And welcome back to the drum animated by the MIDI file. What I've done now, I've moved the left hand drumstick and positioned it very close to the ride cymbal there. So the next thing I'm going to do, we've actually on the ride cymbal, we've already put in the cymbal itself. Now we're going to play with that later on. So this is just an indication of where those timestamps are at the moment. So let's go and start again. We do run to bring the script in. Here we go now with the channel 10 as normal. This time we're going to use the ride cymbal function. And in here we're going to use the X rotate. And I'm going to say in there we want something like -3. We'll try that first of all to see how close that gets us. So as you can see, it's put in the same, I've put the same thing into the cymbal and also into the ride. So we've got it on the same as the stick and the ride. The difference here is there's not much movement on the cymbal itself. It will move, but not by very much. So now, if we look at the results of just putting this in, so let's have a look and see what happens to that stick. So the -1 is actually taking it into the wrong direction. Okay, but in distance wise, we're not far off. I think that's about right. So what we'll do, now this is what's nice about this key mode. I can now take out that one by just going across there like that, deleting it, coming to the far end and deleting that bit out. Now I've got a clean bill of health again. Now don't forget, this is where this one here is where I've positioned it with, and I've made that constant. So now we're going to put that back in again, but we're going to use a positive one. So here we go. Okay, so using that again, we're going to do run. We're going to choose the same channel, and we're going to choose the ride cymbal. Choose X rotate, but this time we're going to make that. Let's make that +2, 2.5. Go for it. And now we do add item, apply the assignments in there. We can see we've got the same thing happen again. But this time, let's see how this gets in there now. Okay, so you can see there's just a tiny bit of movement in there, which is really what we're looking for. So I'm going to go back there, and I'm now going to move this in slightly. Okay, we'll have a look there because we can get right into this detail now. Don't forget we need to make that into constant again, and now we can see that just about touching it. So that was 2.5. We probably got better off with about a 3, I think, but we don't really want much of a bash on the end of that. Let's try it with 3 out of interest. So we can do that again. We'll just take this one out, press delete, pop it back in again, and we take this last piece out here. Okay, so we've still got that selected. We've still got the same thing. So we're going to do run, assignments, channel 10, the ride cymbal. We're going to make it positive, and this time we're going to say 3.5. Add it in, apply it, and let's see how we get on with that. Okay, so here we go. Now it's looking quite realistic because we put a very small amount of movement onto this, and we've now got the stick moving quite well. So let's just give that a quick blast. Okay, so what's happening here is we're just triggering it using the MIDI pulses. There's not much movement there, and it's not doing anything else. But the reason I've done that is because right along here, if we open this up, you can start to see that this is actually hit quite constantly here. So let's put this at the start of this here. So what we want to do here is the other one, these very short ones here. And there's a few down the other end as well, just there. What we're seeing is it's tapping away there quite happily. But here we've got some sort of ringing going on, okay? So we're going to concentrate on the ringing part of it later on. But to actually make that move, we're going to use this function here. So as that comes through and we've hit it, okay, we don't need all that information in there, because what we can do is make this here ring, and we can make it ring by making this wobble slightly. So if I actually click on this, for example, let's go back to where it's actually struck, which is there. Shortly after that, in the next part along, we can start to make this start to wobble. So to do that, we've got a choice here. So what we do to see, just watch it there, we're going to make it go down a little bit and go to the next one and make it go up a bit, and the next one we're going to make it go down a bit further, next one taking it back up again for us, this one we're going to move it back down again. Okay, we can also make it wobble sideways a little bit. Let's open that up even more so we can get a better look at what's going on. We can start to fill in the gaps in a minute. Okay, so here we go. Let's say we're there now. What we can do also, let's have a look at this. This one's just turning it for us, not really doing too much. This one's a little bit of a wobble that way. So the next one, we can make it wobble back again. And remember, with this particular one, we don't want a lot of movement. We need some movement in there, but not a lot. So we're just going to create this minor wobble going on here. Don't forget, we want this to start moving again, even if it does. We can go up a little bit there. Okay, so we can bring it back down, or down a little bit there, and a little bit more of a wobble there. We're going to bring that wobble back again. And there, we're going to make it wobble back again. And maybe a little bit of an upward move, no, a little bit there. Okay, let's go back to these, because these are okay, but they're not filled in as such. So let's give that a little bit of a down bit there, and bring the symbol towards us a bit. Move it back again. Then maybe back a bit there. Here we're going to make it go back up again. Make sure it doesn't go into the actual wood bit itself. And then we're going to come back again. Fine, it's going to go there. A little bit of a turn possibly. Bring it back down below. Here, and make it go left a little bit, up and down. So these are very minute amounts of change. So it just looks like it's starting to ring a little bit. And what is nice about this, once you've done one of them and you're happy with it, you might want to play with 2 or 3 of these and see how you get on. Okay, move to this one, tiny bit there, last one there. Oh, that's slightly under there. Okay, so let's see what that does when we do it. So it's just going to wobble. Can you see that? Okay, so it's not really a strong wobble as such. But when we play that now, okay, so going back to there and showing you again. As you can hear that cymbal crashing away there. or in the ride in this particular case. Okay, so it's quite a gentle wobble. So that's what we've started doing, and you need to do that for all the others here. So what you can do is, now we can actually copy that and bring that across, bring it to the front of this first one here. We'll open it up so you can see what's happening. And then I'm going to paste that in. Okay, and then we go along to the next one, line it up with that one, and paste that one in. And we carry on through. There's another one there. And put that there. Make sure it lines up. Paste that one in. And just check for the rest. Yeah, there's another one there. So we bring that along to there. And we paste that one in as well. Oh, there's another one. So there we go. Pop that one in. So now what we've done, we've got the continuous bits there where it's tapping, and then as it sort of shimmers, we've produced these shimmers in this bit here. So if we play that bit as it is, okay, so what's happening there, I've left these so that they're not constant. Okay, so these ones here are actually interacting nicely with each other. So we've not used constant, we've just left them as they are. Okay, so that would then reset between this one and the other one over a period of time. And that's basically it. So that does the shimmer and the rest of that there together. So anyway, thank you for listening. And what we'll do next time, we'll have a look at a Crash and some of the other ride ones, and see if we can get them to work. So thank you very much for listening, and I'll catch you next time possibly.